Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen of Australia. Indeed, ladies and gentlemen of the world. It's your old mate Dan Poet from Dan Poet 13 at YouTube from down under. I'm in Victoria at the moment in Healesville, and I've got some new works to submit to your ears, and I've got some news for you which you might think is profound, but means those who are about to be set free will think it's music to their ears. First and foremost, let me inform you of this fact. Australia is the only country in the whole world dumb enough to have 7 governments in one country, which is 7 times the conflict of interests. Not only dumb enough to have 7 governments, but then vote in 7 times the taxes. The greedy states tax indeed. 7 illegal governments and 7 illegal taxes. And then, of course, there's the matter of Her Majesty, the Queen, you see. Well, let me tell you this, people of the world. Her Majesty does not have a constitution. The royals cannot vote. Technically, their elections are illegal because they don't have a constitution, and that means they are unconstitutional. You don't have the right to raise taxes unless your nation has a constitution and democratically voted in government. On that note, let me say this. There's always room for a little more entertainment, isn't there? In order for one government to breach another government's constitution, you need at least 2 of them, and that would indeed be a conflict to start with, wouldn't it? To further emphasise my point, we've got 7 of the bastards. I attempted to access our constitution. I got as far as a doctored federal court with only 3 judges sitting, should have been 6, one to represent each state. That night I got unlawfully arrested in my lounge room and illegally restrained in Monash University's psych ward. Pointless to complain, what could you do? Anyway, woke up the next morning, read the newspaper, lo and behold, all over the front page, the words, bushfires, George Bush invades Iraq, John Howard commits troops to Iraq war. Bloody amazing, eh? If I'd have got to the High Court, the only thing John Howard would have got would be a lifetime supply of porridge. However, 6 weeks thereafter, I was at Brighton Community Hospital undergoing a hernia operation. I'd ruptured and had a lump the size of a cricket ball hanging out my belly. Anyway, the op was a success and I was in good spirits, thought I'd just jump in a cab and go home and have a couple of drinks and celebrate. So I called a yellow cab and innocently jumped in, and lo and behold, you wouldn't read of it, there was a goddamn Texan driving the goddamn yellow cab. Unbelievable. Asking me all the way back to my place about how much I knew about John Winston Howard. to which I described him with a four-letter word beginning with C and ending with T, and you understand. And he said, why do you say that? So I'll tell you verbatim, which is word for word. He said, and I quote, read my lips. The GST tax is dead in the water. Bullshit. We're still paying it to this day. And I got barred from accessing the High Court that administers the Australian Constitution by an illegal federal court and 7 illegal governments. However, the fact is, I've proven beyond all reasonable doubt that I have been denied access to the High Court and to the Australian Constitution, of which the Queen of England is the head out of. And the problem is, I was born in Britain. So if a Brit can't access a British-held constitution in Australia, and they can't access one in their own country because they haven't got one, it doesn't only pose a problem for the Australians trying to access their own constitution, but the British are denied the same opportunity. Please explain. That will do. Hooroo. Fuck the poetry.